Listen, you're about to get a cosmic kick in the ass that'll wake you up to a reality so vibrant, so goddamn alive, it'll make your heart sing like a supernova. You ever feel that spark, that electric pulse, when you're laughing so hard that your side aches? Or when you're so pissed off, you could punch a hole through the universe? That's you being alive, my friend. That's the juice of existence, the raw, unfiltered feeling that makes you more than just a bag of bones stumbling through life. Thoughts, they're just static. Mental diarrhea, like self-criticism, or replaying that awkward chat from last week. Useless noise, but feelings, they're the rocket fuel that propels you into connection, into meaning, into a world that pulses with purpose. Why do you think we binge movies? To feel that rush of joy, fear, or heartbreak, without the risk of real life. But then what? You step out of the theatre, back to Numbtown, disconnected, like you're sleepwalking through a grayscale world. Sound familiar? Now imagine this. What if you could crank up that aliveness, that fiery magnetic energy, and carry it everywhere? You're not just feeling, you're radiating confidence, charisma, that unshakable fuck yeah vibe that makes people lean in, drawn to you like moths to a flame. That's what we're installing today, unconsciously, like a badass software upgrade to your soul. Your beliefs, they're the code running your reality. So let's rewrite that shit, make it bold, vibrant, and unapologetically you. Ready to dive into this? You are? Picture yourself at a party. You're not overthinking, not stuck in your head replaying some dumb thing that you said. You're feeling the vibe, the music's thumping. Your body's loose. You're cracking jokes that land like lightning bolts. People are laughing, mirroring your energy, because you're alive, fully in the moment. That's the first secret. Your state controls your reality. And science backs this up. Your brain's limbic system, that emotional powerhouse, it lights up when you feel deeply, rewiring neural pathways to make you more engaged, more connected. Dopamine floods in, serotonin stabilizes you, and suddenly you're not just existing, you're thriving. Why do you already do this? Think about it. When you're jamming to your favorite song, or when you're so pissed you finally speak your truth, you're tapping into that raw, authentic energy. You're already a master at this. You just didn't know it, but here's the kicker. Why do you shut it down? Why do you let fear of looking stupid, of being judged, clamp down on that aliveness like a fucking vice? That's just old programming. Limiting beliefs whispering. Don't stand out. Don't feel too much. Bullshit. Those beliefs, they're like malware, draining your energy, keeping you small. The science, your amygdala, that fear center, it hijacks you when you overthink, flooding you with cortisol, making you feel stuck. But you can interrupt the pattern. How? By choosing to feel, to lean into the joy, the anger, the passion, and let it flow. You're not a robot. You're a goddamn force of nature. Ever notice how kids don't give a shit? They laugh, cry, scream, without a second thought. That's you, deep down, before the world taught you to bottle it up. You already know how to be free. Now let's amplify it. So how else can you do this? Picture yourself walking into a meeting, shoulders back, chest open, breathing deep. Your body telling your brain, I'm in charge. That's the mind-body connection at work. Your posture, your breath, they shift your state. Try it now. Stand tall. Breathe like you own the fucking room. Feel that. That's power. That's you rewriting reality in real time. Or maybe you're chatting with a stranger, and instead of small talk you ask, what's something you're passionate about? Boom. You're pacing their energy, building rapport, leading them to open up. Science says mirroring someone's tone, gestures, or words syncs your brains, creating instant connection. You're already doing this when you vibe with a friend over a shared joke. Now imagine doing it intentionally, everywhere, with everyone. You're a charisma machine, effortlessly magnetic. Why is this so damn important? Because emotions make reality real. When you feel, you're not just reacting, you're creating. Your brain's prefrontal cortex ignites those feelings, making sense of the world, prioritizing what matters. Without them, you're numb, disconnected, like a phone on airplane mode. But when you're lit up, joyful, curious, playful, you're broadcasting a signal that says, I'm here, I'm alive, and I'm fucking unstoppable. People respond to that. They can't help it. Mirror neurons in their brains fire, matching your energy, making them feel alive too. That's why charisma works. It's contagious. That's why confidence draws people in. You're not just living, you're leading. But what's holding you back? Fear? Fear of rejection? Of failure? Of looking like a jackass? Let's reframe that shit. Fear is just excitement with the brakes on. Same physiological response, heart racing, adrenaline pumping. Science says your body can't tell the difference. It's your mind that labels it bad. So flip the script. Next time you feel that knot in your stomach, tell yourself, this is me getting ready to crush it. Failure doesn't exist. Every misstep is feedback, a lesson to grow stronger. Remember that time you bombed a presentation? You learned what not to do. That's not failure. That's fucking evolution. The karma of staying stuck. You're robbing the world of your brilliance, dimming your light. And that's a goddamn tragedy. Let's weave a metaphor. Your life is a canvas, and your emotions are the paint. Thoughts, they're just pencil sketches, easily erased. But feelings, bold, vibrant colours, make the masterpiece. Ever try painting with just greys? Boring as hell. But splash on some reds, blues, golds, and suddenly it's alive. That's you choosing to feel, to create, to connect. Or think of yourself as a conductor, your emotions the orchestra. When you shut down, the music's flat, lifeless. But when you let those feelings flow, anger, joy, curiosity, you're leading a symphony that moves everyone in the room. You're already doing this when you lose yourself in a moment of passion, or laugh until you cry. Now imagine doing it on purpose every day. How does this change your life? Picture this, you walk into a bar, radiating confidence, cracking a joke that makes everyone laugh. You're not trying, you're just being. People gravitate towards you, opportunities find you because you are magnetic. Your relationships deepen because you listen, you feel, you show up fully. You work, you're driven, focused because you love the process, not just the outcomes. Science says gratitude and positive emotions boost oxytocin, bonding you to others, while optimism rewires your brain for resilience. You're not just happier, you're unstoppable. The karma of not doing this, you stay small, stuck in a loop of doubt, missing the life you're meant to live. Now, let's get slick with it. You're already curious, aren't you? That's the key. Curiosity opens doors. Ask yourself, what would happen if I just went for it? That's a pattern interrupt. Shaking up your brain, making it receptive to change. Or try this. Next time you're nervous, smile, breathe and say, I'm fucking excited. You're replacing your current state, nerves, and leading it into empowerment. That's NLP in action. rewiring your mind through language and physiology. Why does this work? Because your brain craves coherence. Confusion, like mixing fear and excitement, makes it hungry for new patterns. That's when you slip in these beliefs. You are enough. Your potential is limitless. Your energy shapes reality. They stick unconsciously, becoming your new operating system. You are the patterns that keep you stuck. Overthinking, people-pleasing, perfectionism. They're energy vampires, draining your aliveness. Interrupt them, laugh at yourself, move your body. Ask a bold question. These are sleight of mouth tricks, flipping the script on your doubts. What if I fail becomes? What if I'm learning something epic? What if they don't like me becomes? What if I'm exactly what they need? Your brain buys it because you're pacing its fear and leading it to confidence. The science, cognitive reframing, changes neural pathways, making empowerment your default. So what's the cost of not acting? You're creating the universe out of your unique spark. You're not just hurting yourself. You're depriving the world of your laughter, your ideas, your love. But when you step up, feel deeply, act boldly, you're a fucking alchemist, turning pain into growth, fear into excitement, numbness into connection. You're already doing this. In moments of joy, of courage, now do it more, do it louder. Do it with every fibre of your being, because you, my friend, are the goddamn masterpiece. And it's time to paint the world with your colours.